What's up, everybody? I'm back again, and earlier, uh, I did a video called "God Did It." That was part one. I'm gonna do this is part two. Just recapping on what I said. Like I said, the title was "God Did It," and like I said on the last video, you could take that two ways. You can look at that as God did a lot of great things for you, or God did some tests and trials in your life to make you know that He is God, basically. Uh, but I'm not gonna be long. Uh, I want to talk about, and I keep hearing talk about Job, talk about Job. So we all know about Job, and we know that uh, Job was a blameless and upright man who feared God and shunned the devil. And he had 7 sons, 3 daughters. And he also had 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, 500 female donkeys, and a very large household. So that this man was the greatest of all the people of the East. So we see that God did a lot for Job. God had a hedge around Job, and you know a lot of people today, when they got a lot of material things and stuff like that, you tend to be like, oh man, God doing a lot for you, God doing a lot for me, God doing this, God doing that. And sometimes we people we tend to forget um where our blessing come from. You know, a lot of all our blessings come from the Lord. And for some reason, you know, Job ties into exactly what I was talking about. God did it. You can tie Job into that title, and it can go both ways. So I told you how much property and everything that Job had, how many daughters and sons he had. So we know that, like I said, Job, he feared God, he shunned the devil, he was blameless, he was upright, he was all those good things. One thing about Job that y'all don't understand, Job feared that his kids and his family probably like cursed God in their heart. So Job did a whole lot of sacrifices and things like that, burnt offerings and stuff like that for God. So y'all know the story. Satan goes and talk to God and tell him, you know, take your head from around Job, and he will surely cuss you to your face. But you know, God told him, okay, you can do exactly what you want to do. You can't have his soul. You don't kill him, basically. So a lot of time God would allow the devil to do things. See what I'm saying? That's why I said God did it. God did it. The devil couldn't do nothing unless God allowed. So God did that. God allowed the devil to test Job. You get what I'm saying? And that's what happening with us when you running away from what God is calling you to do, like I was, and like I have been for the longest. And that's why so much been happening to me in my life, because I've been running from what I supposed to been doing in life. So it goes on to say that him and God talked, and you know everything like that. They made their little deal and whatever, and God took his hands off of the possessions of Job. So Job started to lose his property and his children. So let's go down. I'm gonna read a little bit of this right here. Is Job first chapter. It's gonna be the 13th verse. And they say, now there was a day when his sons and daughter were eating and drinking wine in their oldest brother's house. And the messenger came to Job and said, the oxen were plowing and the donkeys feeding beside them when the Sabians raided them and took them away. Indeed, they have killed the servants with the edge of the sword, and I alone have escaped to tell you. So he done lost his oxen and he lost his donkeys. See, God is starting to allow things to happen. And they killed the servants that he had. Go down to the 16th verse. Say, while he was still speaking, another also came and said, the fire of God fell from heaven and burned up the sheep and the servants and consumed them. And I alone have escaped to tell you. So it burnt up all the sheep. God sent fire from heaven and burned up all the sheep and the servants. So God allowing all this. God did this. See, God did it. God did it. But it's all gonna work out. See, God do things to test you. God send you through tests and trials to test your faith and test your belief in Him. He want to make sure you able to. If you can make it through this battle, you'll be able to fight in the war. Cause what we all again prepare for is a spiritual warfare, and a lot of these preachers and ministers and stuff, they don't tell you about these things because they preaching prosperity. They want to preach about you gonna get a car, you gonna get a house. It ain't all about that. It's time out for all that. Cause one day your money is not gonna mean nothing. It's gonna be worthless, and you the only thing that you're gonna be able to do is choose worshiping Satan or choose worshiping God. And one thing about it, when you choose the Lord's side, it's gonna be tough. The enemy gonna persecute you. They gonna kill you. They gonna lock you up. It's gonna be a lot of things going on. Well, a lot of so-called Christians gonna turn away from God and they gonna bow to the beast because of these tests and trials. That's why I love this. I love that God brought this message to me called God Did It. And I'm just glad that He brought this message to me because it speaks volumes to me. And then it also down at the 18th verse, it said that, well, 17th verse, it said, while he was still speaking, another also came and said, the Chaldeans formed 3 bands, raided the camel and took them away. Yes, and killed the servant with the edge of the sword. And they took his camels. They went on down to the 18th verse, and it said he was while he was still speaking, another also came and said, your sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in their older brother's house. And suddenly a great wind came from across the wilderness and struck the 4 corners of the house, and they fell on the young people, and they are dead. And I alone have escaped to tell you. So he lost his kids. He lost a kid. Then it said, then Job arose, tore his robe, and shaved his head, and he fell to the ground and worshiped. And he said, naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return there. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. And all this Job did not sin nor charge God with wrong. So even when you're going through, that's what I like about Job. Even when Job was going through, excuse my thing, Job didn't question God. Job didn't get mad at God for what he was doing. He knew he gave God the praise, and that's what we got to do when we going through. I know it's hard, and I know it sounds crazy to a lot of people, but when you going through your tests and your trials, you got to try to get to that point where you just still got to give God praise. Tell God, thank you. I'm like Job said. He said, naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return there. Just like on the what that verse right there saying, what that's saying right there. Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return there. Basically, what he's saying is, I got nothing. I'm down to nothing. And like I said on the first video, God will strip you. God will break you down to see if you still gonna give Him the praise and serve Him, or is you gonna curse God and then turn away from Him. And that's the thing that we got to start realizing, that God do things for a reason. And to the people out here that watching my videos and stuff like that, I'm finna be posting a lot of more videos. Whatever God give me, I'm gonna put it out there, because I feel like I'm starting to walk into my purpose, and I feel like this is my purpose. But I'm not no preacher. I'm not no preacher or nothing like that. I'm a sinner, man. I'm still a sinner. You know, I don't smoke or nothing like that. It just I still have my demons where I'm fighting battles every day. You know, I'm fighting demons every day. God take me through trials and tribulation every day. Every day. And it's like, I know he's gonna allow the devil to come even harder. And God's gonna do some things himself, because God got to prepare me for what's going to happen ahead. And I like this book of Job, because Job explains a lot of things about us today. Us as people, when we have nice cars, clothes, nice houses, and we going on all these trips, and we going all over the world, and we flying on planes, and we tend to forget where all this is coming from, where all the blessings are coming from, and it's coming from the Lord. It's coming from God. And I like I said in the first video, I can't make you believe. I can't prove to you that God exists. I can't prove that. I can't prove God exists to you. I know He exists to me, because I have faith and I believe that God is gonna be with me every step of the way, no matter what. And yeah, it get hard sometimes. It get hard a lot of times. And when you start trying to walk in the straight and narrow and try to be on the Lord's side, that's when things starting to happen a little more. But like I said, I've been talking to God. I've been trying to get closer to God lately, and God's He speaks to me. Uh, when I be on my route for my job, God begins to speak to me. It's a little soft voice that be talking to me, and He tell me that I need to be tithing, I need to be fasting and praying. It's a lot, and I gotta pray for the spirits that are in me, cause I got a lot of spirits in me, and I got a lot of work that need to be done within me. But the messages that God bring to me, I am gonna bring to this channel of mine. And y'all hit that subscribe button. And if y'all want to hear some inspiration, y'all want to hear some truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try my best to break everything down. If y'all got questions or anything like that, I try my best to break things down to y'all and stuff like that. But God gave me this message, man, and I had to make a 2-part video for it, because one thing about it, it just was something that God put on my heart, and I just had to get that out there, because God did it good. God did everything that God do is good. No matter if you lost your job, you lost everything you got. God allowed it to happen. God breaks you down to for you to walk into your purpose and be something greater. Everybody gotta have a testimony, and God, when God puts you in an impossible situation, that's when the miracles start to happen. When you start to fall out and cry like Job did, and begin to call on the Lord and tell the Lord, "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return there." That's how we gotta be. We gotta be like Job. We shouldn't get mad and be like, "Oh, I lost my car, I lost my job, I lost my house, I lost this, I lost everything, I lost my family." No, you still supposed to give God a praise. You shouldn't go and ask. You shouldn't be questioning God like, "Well, Lord, why you doing this to me? I've been faithful, I've been upright, I've been righteous, I've been paying my tithes, I've been doing what I gotta do, I've been serving you, I've been fasting and praying, I've been giving you, I've been doing this for you, Father. Why are you doing this to me?" God is trying to do something greater in your life. And you got to understand something. Let me tell you something. When you pray, we get so caught up in, we want things to happen right then and there, or we want things to happen in the next few days. You got to understand, when you pray, that's something spiritual. So things work different in the spiritual realm than they do in the physical realm. So when you pray, you got to understand that it might be a delay on some things. Like if you go and order some shoes offline right now, it's not going to be at your house the next day. Sometimes it might take a week. Sometimes it might, anywhere from 5 to 10 business days, you might get your package. But other than that, man, like I said, y'all hit that subscribe button. Y'all continue. For those of you that do view my videos or whatever, like I said, whatever God give me, I'm gonna put it on here. And y'all just hit that subscribe button, man. And y'all got any questions, anything y'all want to talk about, if I can be a help, if I can be a service, just let me know. My daughter in the background. But God bless y'all, and y'all be good. Y'all have a great night.